This bonus episode of the MLS Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Circa Sports. Circa Sports is back with their Circa Survivor and Circa Millions contest. $14 million up for grabs. Get all the details at circasports.com. Guys, let me tell you, Mike Palm and Derek Stevens over there at Circa Sports do it better than anybody else. Put on one of the greatest contests in sports betting. Make sure you go over there and check it out if you get out to Vegas. It is worth the time and money to get involved with those contests. But I am Jacob, and this is the MLS Gambling Podcast. I'm here to bring you 4 bonus games for the League Cups since we are on All-Star break for the MLS. And you guys have been asking for it, so I will be here today to give you some plays for these 4 games. Ty will be here tomorrow to give you the next day's slate. But let's dig right into it. The first game is the one everyone on planet Earth is waiting for. It is Lionel Messi's debut for Inter Miami. He's taking on Cruz Azul, and this is a tricky game to call with Inter Miami being so out of form, one of the worst teams in MLS right now. You can figure that their game plan is going to be give the ball to Messi. It is one of those situations where you kind of know what's going to happen, but his level of skill is just so far beyond what most MLS players are that I really like Inter Miami to score first tonight. I really like Inter Miami to either draw or win, and I really like Lionel Messi to score a goal. I will have all the odds for you guys up later on my social on Twitter at PickManagement, so I don't have to dig through all the odds right now and find for you guys. I'm actually going to drop that Inter Miami or draw. That's at minus 280. That's crazy. I might just take Inter Miami, draw no bet. Yeah, maybe split up Inter Miami minus 155, draw no bet, and plus 130. I'll put a half unit on each. But otherwise, get the official bet slip on my social on Twitter at PickManagement. But next game up is going to be Orlando City versus Houston Dynamo. Houston has been really struggling lately. It is just, they started off okay, had some high-scoring games. They took down LAFC twice in a row, which was really impressive. But they're currently sitting 9th in the Western Conference in MLS. Only won 8 out of their 23 league matches. And 6 goals is not very good. We've gone 5 matches without a win, including 3 defeats. That means there's 2 draws, no wins. And they're going to be missing some key players. Tate Schmidt, Teenage Madebe, and Andrew Tarbell are all out of action. Orlando's going to be missing some players too. But with Orlando being at home, playing a little better, had some wins, some draws, and with Houston not playing their best players here and having some injuries, I'm going to take Orlando City to get the win, plus 105. I'm going to take a shot on it. So next game up is going to be FC Dallas versus Charlotte FC. This is going to be the toughest game for me to call. FC Dallas has Jesus Ferreira, who will not be starting this game, I believe. I think he comes in the second half, maybe only plays 20 or 30 minutes with them focused on the MLS, on the main league. Both sides have struggled for consistency lately. Dallas, like I said, have been struggling, just 1 win in their last 6 games. Charlotte, winless in 8. So neither of these teams are doing their part here. So one thing I really like is I am going to take the first half under 1 at minus 140. With some of the better players maybe being held off until the second half. I think we could definitely see a low-scoring first half here. Otherwise, I think this game might be a draw. So take a look live. Put your notifications on for my social because I will post a live bet if I like it here. But yeah, otherwise, it's a tough game to call. Let's ride that under 1 for the first half. And then last game, Vancouver Whitecaps versus Club Leon. Club Leon just lost their last Liga MX game. And before that, they did have a good win. They had a 4-0 win against another team in their league. Vancouver has been scoring goals like crazy, especially at home. So this could be a really exciting game. Club Leon has a great goalie. That's like their main claim to fame when they're talking about them being a good team. And Vancouver otherwise has kind of dominated at home. And, with them beating LA Galaxy last week and Lyon suffering a defeat, Vancouver might be riding high while Lyon is not. So, one thing I'm going to take here is I'm definitely going to take both teams to score. That's at minus 160. I know it's a little juicy, but I'm still going to be on it. And I am also going to be on, I think I'm going to take Vancouver, draw no bet, minus 118 at home. If you want to split that up with the plus 155 on the three-way line, feel free. But I think Vancouver gets it done here just because they're at home. If it is drawn going like into like the 65th, 70 minute, depending on the amount of shots on goals and corners and whatnot, I might take a shot at the draw live, depending on what's going on. So like I said, keep an eye on the social. It's Jacob at PickManagement on Twitter. But until next time, that'll do it for me. Make sure to follow the MLS Gambling Podcast on YouTube at MLS Gambling Podcast, on Twitter at MLS SGPN. Make sure to check out all the great podcasts from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Follow me on Twitter at PickManagement. Hit that like, hit that follow, 5-star reviews, subscribe, all that great stuff. We're going to win you some money tonight. Ty will be here tomorrow. But until then, I will see you later.